Hi there, my name is Varun Patel. I am the creator of Py-iMessenger, and in this video I sort of want to provide a breakdown of how Py-iMessenger functions, how it works, what it's able to do, and the features which come built in. And so basically, Py-iMessenger is a chatbot which works with iMessage to execute commands using text messages which you send. It's powered by Python and AppleScript. And so basically how it works is it reads from the iMessage database, finds different commands, and then executes the commands or the functions which are associated with those commands. And so you can do tasks such as sending files, pulling up the news, adding to a to-do list. And because of the fact that it's built with Python, it allows developers to really make it their own. They can really easily add functions to satisfy their own needs. And so I'm just going to show you the extensions which are pre-built and which showcase the different abilities and features of Py-iMessenger. So the simplest extension, which is built in, which is sort of to make sure that the system is online and working, is the /ping command. And so we can see that we get a response. When we send that /ping, we get a Pong response. And we can run that one more time, and we get another response just like that. And so because of the fact that developers can create so many extensions, for a user, it might be hard to keep track of the different abilities of those functions. So that's why I've created a help command. So the help command allows you to see all of the names of the function, or of the extension, sorry. So you can see we have ping, wordy, ting, US news, make to do, and so on and so forth. And it also shows you a simple description of each extension. And if we come to the main interface right here, and we look at the extension manager, that also provides the same sort of information. We get the names of each of the extensions, and we get a description of what they can do. So from this, these functions, which come pre-built, sort of showcase the different abilities of Py-iMessenger. So these top three right here, ping, wordy, ting, they display sort of the simple functionality, how easy it is to sort of just get going with Py-iMessenger. So if I do run, extension like ting, we just get a simple response like that. It just ensures that Py-iMessenger is online. And with wordy, we can see it's an extension that can be used to multiply the word that you give. So if you do the /wordy command, comma, hello, comma, 200, we would get hello 200 times. And so the wordy command shows how you can pass arguments into extensions. So here we're passing in two arguments. We're passing in the word that we want to be repeated and the number of times which we would like it to be repeated. So if we come down here and I run that command, so /wordy, hello, let's do 150 times. We run that, we get a response with 150 hellos. We also have our to-do sort of group of commands. So we have make to do, add, remove, clear. And so these 5 extensions here show the ability of Py-iMessenger to add attributes to a sort of user object, which is built in to the application. So if we come down here and we do make to do, and on our to-do list we need to code, we need to eat, and we need to sleep. So that's the 3 things we'll have in there. So we have successfully made a to-do list with the following items: code, eat, and sleep. And let's say further down the conversation, we want to pull up our to-do list again. We can just run /to-do, and boom, it pops up again. And naturally, as you go on through your day, you may want to add a sort of another item to your to-do list. So if we come up here, we can see /add, use this command to add one or multiple items to an existing to-do list. For example, you'd add eat and sleep. So let's just add to our thing, watch YouTube. If we click send that, you can see it's added to the bottom of our to-do list. And let's say it's the end of our day, we sort of knocked a couple things off of our to-do list. We come up here, /remove. Use this command to remove an item from an existing to-do list using its corresponding number. So we can see that, each item has a corresponding number that goes along with it. So if I want to remove the first item, let's say I've coded enough for the day, then I would do /remove, (1). So I'm running the command and I'm passing in that argument of 1, which is the item I want to be removed, which I want to have removed. So you can see that code is no longer there. And let's say you finished everything for the day, you can just clear your to-do list off. So that's just /clear. And if you pull it up again, there should be nothing on it. So that's sort of how you can have those items and attributes attached to each individual user. And so that means that each individual user can have their own to-do list. If we come up here, name and WhoAmI also show that sort of ability to add attributes to a user object. So if we run /name without any arguments, you can see that it asks you to enter a name to save. So we do /name one more time and we'd add our actual name because you use that comma to pass in the actual argument. So your name has been stored. And if you come up to our help message, we know it provides a sort of example of how that would work. So that's exactly what we did. We had /name, comma, Johnny, Varun, whatever. And so now our user object now has this name attribute attached to it. So that allows other extensions to sort of tap into that. So we have the WhoAmI extension, which allows us to return a name which has been saved with /name. Pretty straightforward. So if I run that, /WhoAmI, we get your name is Varun. You can see we set that up here. And it also allows you to change things like that. So if I change that to something like /name David, and I do WhoAmI one more time, we can see that I get your name is David. So that sort of shows the ability to do things with user and attributes, such as user objects and attributes, as I just showed. And finally, Doggo and Patriot show the ability of Py-iMessenger to send images and files. So if we come down here and I go /doggo, which our help menu said returns a cute picture of a dog, and I run that, /doggo, boom, a picture of a dog is instantly sent. So this extension specifically uses a random dog sort of API. It downloads the image of a dog and then sends that using AppleScript. There we go, cute dog. And then I had Patriot, which just returns a picture of the American flag as such. So those are sort of the extensions which you can just pull up with /help, run as you need. And then if we come here at our main interface, our GUI, we can see that we get a counter of how many messages Py-iMessenger is sending. So if we send something like /ping one more time, we can see that counter is going up. So that gives you a sort of idea of how many messages are being sent out with Py-iMessenger. We have the ability to look at an extension manager. So as I said before, the extension manager provides a list of all the extensions along with their description, if they are enabled, and if they have the ability to send files. So as I displayed up here with Doggo and Patriot, we should see that they should be the only ones which are able to send files. So that's true right there, Doggo, Patriot. And a cool thing with the extension manager is that it allows you to disable and enable the extensions. So let's say we're working on something, we find an error with, for example, the ping extension, and we want to disable that for the user for now. So to show you, we know ping will work. Sorry, I ran that from my local machine, not the other machine. But if we run /ping, we can see it works. But if I just double clicked here, now that it is false, if I run that, no response. No response at all. And even if I turn it back on, nothing will send unless I send ping again while it is enabled. I think. There we go. So that's sort of the ability of the extension manager to give you sort of understanding of the description, if it supports the ability to send files, and it also allows you to choose if you want to enable or disable specific extensions. You can save and close that. And another extension, or actually two extensions, which are built into Py-iMessenger, which don't show up with /help. If I pull that up one more time, the extensions which I'm talking about are /enable and /disable. So /enable and /disable just turn off Py-iMessenger for a user. It doesn't do the entire system, it's just for a specific user. So we can see that if I run /enable, we know that Py-iMessenger is already enabled for me because I'm able to send and receive messages, or send commands and receive the output of those commands. But if I were to disable like that, if I were to disable the Py-iMessenger, we see that Py-iMessenger has been disabled for me. And this means that means Py-iMessenger won't be able to send any responses back to that user, regardless of however many extensions that they try to access. So there's no response for any of those. So that's because it's disabled. And even if I run the disable command again, nothing will happen. So then I have to enable the system again. So I do /enable, and that should allow me to send messages. Yeah, so we got the disabled. So it's already been disabled, so there's a little bit of latency there. So /disable, Py-iMessenger has already been disabled for you. And I guess there's a little bit of lag there because I ran /enable, and now Py-iMessenger is now re-enabled. So that means when I send an extension now, for example, /ping, we can finally get responses. So those are the extensions right there. Another thing, if you go back to the main interface, we have this settings button right here. So this allows you to toggle things like dark mode, testing mode, and allows you to change the counter. So usually if you reload the system, it'll reset the counter. This option allows you to disable that. So if I come on here and I change dark mode, I save and close, we can see that we now have a sort of light mode interface. So we'll change that back to dark mode. And if we come here and enable testing mode, we can see that it changes from a green to a yellow to sort of show the user that we are now in testing mode. And so testing mode allows, if there are any errors with any commands, it will print those out to the console without interrupting or breaking the flow of the code. Because Py-iMessenger uses exceptions and stuff like that. And if we come to our reset messages sent, we can see that that goes back to 0. So that's sort of the main interface of Py-iMessenger. And then right here we have the reload system button. So let's say, for example, we're running /ping, and we're saying, okay, I don't want to get pong back. I don't want to have to close the system. I just want to be able to reload it after I make a change. So if I come to the code right here, we can see that the ping function returns pong. So let's just change it so that it returns something like like clong instead. We'll just save that with Command S, come back, reload the system. If we run /ping one more time, which is we get clong. So what's cool with the ability to reload all of the extensions with the reload system button is that you don't have to close, rerun, so on and so forth. And I can just undo this. I can Control Z, Control S, reload, run /ping, and I should be back with my Pong. And that's sort of the general breakdown of how Py-iMessenger works and all of the features and abilities that it comes built in with. And simply to close your program, you just click Close System, and in your console it should say something like Program Successfully Exited. And yeah, thank you for watching.